Breaking news in the world of MMA as the UFC Fight Night London main event has finally been announced, and it is Leon Edwards versus JDM. Now I actually might pay the £300+ to get a ticket to go to this event. This is a banger main event. Now, obviously, we know what was meant to happen. There was rumours for ages it was meant to be JDM versus Usman at UFC 312. Then we found out the UFC hate Australia and has given us one of the worst pay-per-view cards of all time. If you don't believe me, look at UFC 312. And now we're getting this in London. Leon Edwards versus JDM. Now, for weeks upon weeks, this fight has been rumoured. Then it was signed. Then it was rumoured again. I'm taking this as it's signed, so you can let me know in the comments below. But it's obviously the direction the UFC are looking to go. This is a great main event for UFC Fight Night London because Leon Edwards, when the event was announced, came out on a DAZN boxing show and said that he was the main event. And then I was kind of worried it was going to be him versus Sean Brady. And that there isn't main event worthy, I'm going to be honest. I am one of the only Leon Edwards fans on the face of the earth.
Bruh.
And even then, I wouldn't want him versus Sean Brady to be a main event, purely because of the fact I thought Leon would lose to Sean Brady. But let's move on. I've seen a lot of people predicting this fight, their early prediction, they're going for JDM. I've actually seen quite a lot of people thinking JDM is going to finish Leon Edwards, which I could see happening. I mean, Leon Edwards, his biggest issue is, one, he's too patient, and sometimes that's beneficial, but it's not. He always is on the back foot. It's as if he's point fighting all the time, and there is no, like, go. Like, he fights his opponents at their level, unless they're just better than him. Kind of like what Bilal did in his last performance, where Bilal just was better than him on the night, if we're being honest. But this fight right here is going to be an interesting one because whoever wins this will be fighting for the belt next, in my opinion, unless Islam Makhachev, after beating Arman Tsarukyan, moves up. If he doesn't move up right away, the winner of this is fighting for the welterweight title. Now, this will be interesting. JDM is obviously coming off a long layoff because he broke his arm in the matchup against Gilbert Burns, and Leon Edwards hasn't fought since July time, and that's when he lost against Bilal Muhammad, where he lost his title. Now, another thing to factor in is there's going to be a lot of pressure on Leon Edwards' shoulders going into this matchup because it seemed like, I mean, he got booed in London when he fought Gunnar Nelson. Then everybody loved him when he became champion. Then he lost to Bilal Muhammad and people are like, who is this guy? They hate him, they don't like him now. So people change up on Leon, so it's going to be interesting to see, is he going to come out to cheers or boos? I'd like to think the UK audience is going to cheer him, but JDM does have a big following and he is a fan favourite, and his fight style, let's be honest, is really entertaining to watch. But yeah, a lot of people are picking JDM. I think a lot of people are disregarding Leon Edwards. Like, let's not pretend this guy didn't go 9 years unbeaten, knocked out Prime Kamaru Usman, then schooled Prime Kamaru Usman in their trilogy, and beat up Kobe Covington, a guy who people thought was going to beat Leon Edwards. Leon beat him, and he's got other big wins like Cowboy Cerrone, Nate Diaz on there, RDA. Leon has been in there with tough competition, and Leon Edwards is a really, really well-rounded fighter, and he's a great kickboxer, and if he can find his range with JDM, if this fight happens at Leon Edwards' range, if Leon can stay on the outside, poke at him with kicks, body kicks, stuff like that, and not let JDM get in and get in the boxing range, Leon Edwards will school him for 5 rounds, and that's just factual information. He's one of the best strikers in the UFC today. That's just facts. Now, my problem is, like I said, Leon Edwards can, one, be a bit too patient, so I can maybe see this fight getting away from him if JDM does start off strong, putting the pace on him, and makes Leon Edwards fight in his range. And if Leon does fight in JDM's range, which is just boxing, if he boxes with JDM, he is probably going to get stopped, I'm going to be honest. And genuinely, if Leon does choose to box with JDM, he gets beat. Although, I feel like Leon Edwards can do a good job here with... He's got more tools at his disposal. What I mean by that is, He has got great kicks, he's got great knees, he's got great elbows on the break. I feel like that there will be a really, really important weapon for Leon, because I feel like JDM will be able to close the distance. He will at some point in the fight, and I think Leon will have to clinch up with him, and I feel like when he does clinch up with him, a vital thing Leon can do is the knees of the body, which he can even use that when JDM's coming in to kind of stop him moving forward, the knees, the teeps, stuff like that, stomping at the leg. I feel like he will do a good job of that, but even when he gets into the clinch, if he is able to tie up JDM, when JDM's trying to break away, the elbow this fucker when he's trying to break away. Also, in terms of takedowns, Leon Edwards is a really good grappler in my opinion, and he does a good job of controlling his opponents when he takes them down. And he does have nasty grounding point. Let's not forget, in round 5, he fucking busted open Bilal Muhammad with some serious elbows in there. Now, JDM isn't easy to hold down. We've seen that in the Gilbert Burns matchup and the Basil Hafez matchup. But he can be taken down, and I feel like that is a route that Leon will have to go down in this matchup. I don't feel like he can stand there and have a pure striking matchup with JDM for all 5 rounds. I don't think it's going to go well for Leon. If Leon is a bit more aggressive in there, then he can. But I'm just going off what we've seen of Leon, the patient guy who likes to poke and prod on the outside and kind of point fight. I think he will have to look to take JDM down, like we've seen in the Usman 2 matchup when he was able to trip Usman up and get to his back and control him. That's the type of shit we're going to need to see from Leon Edwards in this matchup, kind of like what we've seen in the Gunnar Nelson matchup as well, where he was able to control him, land some nasty ground and pound, and do good work on his back. That is going to be vital in this matchup for Leon Edwards. I'm really looking forward to this one. In terms of rankings, it makes complete sense. JDM's number 4, Leon is number 1. Obviously, the former champion, JDM does deserve a jump up. He does deserve a number 1 contender fight, I'm going to be honest. We know what way the division's playing out now. Bilal versus Shavkat. Usman is going to be fighting Sean Brady, I'm guessing. And Ian Gary versus Joaquin Buckley. Now, I thought they were going to go Colby Covington versus Gilbert Burns, but Gilbert Burns is fighting Michael Morales, so that obviously isn't on the cards. Maybe they do Colby Wonderboy, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I think they're going to do Carlos Prates versus Jeff Neal. Overall, though, I'm glad this is the main event. I'm looking forward to this. My early prediction, call me biased, I don't care. I'm going Leon Edwards by decision. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and I'll see you again in the next one.